Hey guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger and welcome to another episode of Project Cars. This time we are at Somerton. I've never raced here before, so this is entirely a new track for me. We're going to go ahead and enter this, but we got two races today, race 4 or 5 for the Kart 1 Championship. So we'll probably get done with it today's episode since there's going to be 2 races left. But let's go ahead and take a look at good old Somerton. Looks rather desolate and scary. Alright, so we'll go ahead and drive. Is this in the middle of a desert somewhere? It's supposed to be somewhere in America, I bet. Like, I don't know, out in California or something, I guess. Oh, careful. Nicely. First turn, brake. Alright. Made it through that alright. And I'm just learning my way around the track right now. And learning where the braking zones are and everything else because I've never raced this track before. Alright. Move through there. There we go. Learn these turns. And hopefully I should be able to kind of pick this up pretty quickly. Yeah, this is good old America, looks like. Tell because it's mountains and it's some kind of windmill out there in the distance. Doesn't seem to be perhaps in the best spot. I think it would be a little bit closer to a structure because those are used to pump out water. So any structure that would be nearby would be the beneficiary of that, but it's not really anything out there by that windmill. Is it just kind of sitting out there? Maybe it's a ruin from a farm long ago. I don't know. I'm overthinking these things, I'm sure. There we go. A little bit of sliding. There we go. It's lap 3. Oh. Kind of went off there a little bit. We're doing okay. We're not really going off the track at all, so we don't have to worry about this too much. There we go. Go through this left, into the right. There we go. A lot better. Not too bad. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to accelerate through this turn and take it wide. Okay, yeah. But I just don't feel comfortable doing that, so I'm not going to. There we go. I'm running a little bit faster than our last lap, which is great. Half a second faster. And we are 11 seconds clear of the rest of the field, so might need to turn the difficulty up a little bit for the karting, I don't know. This is definitely a lot easier than I expected. I'm about to crash. I'm sure I'm about to crash because I said it was easier than I was expecting, and that can only mean one thing. Nope. I have to stay off the curbs. Don't like that turn. The trick turn, I wanted to accelerate, but you really can't accelerate through there. It's weird that that sector is so close to the start-finish line as well. I think that second sector timing area would be a little bit further away, but I guess not. What if I can lap these guys at the tail end? I don't think I have enough laps to catch them. It is lap 5 of 5. They'll probably get away without much of an issue. Go. Ooh, I'm noticing a little bit of screen tearing now. That's the first. I'll have to see if something is running in the background that's making it. Lap time invalidated. Who cares? I probably still fastest lap anyways. And I'm sure that last sector kind of screwed it up. There we go. Nicely done. So, first place, not a surprise, way ahead of everybody else. We'll go ahead and hop on to round number 2, right about now. So, it is the second day It's the second race of the day. We are now getting into our main event race. And braking there. At that. I like the lights. The lighting is very nice. It's got that little bit of a feel that it is at dusk. And I like the shadows too. The shadows actually feel a lot better than they did in Grid Autosport. And I'm noticing too that there's not those glitches that I had in Grid Autosport where the shadow would be visible coming off the structure, and it was really annoying. I noticed it a lot in my videos, and I don't know if it was a graphics setting I just kind of messed up, but it's nice that in Project Cars it's not really an issue. I like the shadows following my Kart as well. That's really nice. And I also like, you can see right there, the windmill has a little bit of a shadow when I come up over that second hairpin, and it doesn't on the first one because the angle of the light is different. So small things, but noticeable things on the graphics front. And here's the rest of the field way behind me. I may have to change the difficulty, as I said in the previous race. I'm running away with this a little bit too much. The controls, I haven't played around with the controls since the last video. They feel better, but they don't necessarily feel like super precise yet. It might just be the carts handle weird. So I'm kind of curious where the last race will be. If it'll be at a big European track or somewhere out in Asia, because that's the only parts we haven't really gone to yet. Yet I don't know if there's not many Asian tracks in the game. I think there's just Sakito, which is the unlicensed version of Suzuka. They couldn't get the license for some reason, which is odd, but the Sakito track is fairly similar to Suzuka. There's a few changes on some of the turns, but if you've ever raced a game, be it like a Forza, F1, or any game that has Suzuka in it, Gran Turismo, you probably will be able to race Sakito without much of an issue, because it's roughly the same. Most of the big corners are mostly still there. So I think we'll eventually do a video on that track. We'll highlight some of the differences between it and the real life track that inspired it, but isn't licensed to the game. It might be a future video that we do for Project Cars, just because I am quite familiar with that track, and I would like to kind of point out a few of the differences to those of you that might not know it. So we're on lap 5. This is a very, very short, very quick track. Is it just me, or did the hills change colors out there? Because if they did, that's actually quite impressive that the lighting takes into account that the hills would be darker closer to sunset, further off in the distance. So I'll have to take a look at that when I'm going through and editing all this stuff. Lap 6. Took that corner a little too tight. The braking zone was late for me, and it screwed up my turn here. Screwed up my apex there. I'm already went off the track there. Went a little too wide, but I'm already a half second behind. So I guess this lap's kind of a wash. You can learn it. There we go. I think that was a better turn that time than I've done before. Though I did take it a little too inside. Okay, that was a good exit of the final turn. We may actually catch these back markers. We do have enough laps this time, so that was lap 6. So we're on 7. We'll probably catch them on the last lap here. If not, coming into the second half of lap 7. I don't think I've ever lapped anybody before. If I have, it's been a while. It may have been one of the first or second race where I lapped some of the other karts. It's been a while. I haven't lapped anybody in a while because I've been kind of slow or flying off the track at points. So just have to be careful now. Don't want to hit these guys when we're going through and passing them. They are slower. Put this guy on the inside. Oop. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We lost a ton of time there. I don't really care. Don't really care about my lap times at this point. I probably have fast lap anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to see if I can lap these guys. I went too far on the inside there, and I caught the curb, and I caught the dirt patches on the outside, and that's what sent me off into the tire barrier. Flip that corner a little bit. So we get a chance to pass at least one guy here. I think this guy. There we go. And that time we did it right. There we go. We would have lapped another guy too if we had a chance. But we did alright. We did alright. Good job. So we're going to go ahead and skip a little bit ahead to the next race. We'll see where we're heading. I'm kind of excited. I don't know what's in store for race number 5, but we got one more race to go, so I'll be right back. Alright, so no surprise. I should have remembered that we didn't race this track yet, but we're at Greenwood in Ireland for our final Cup event for Kart 1. Got a bad start there. And that guy took a shortcut. He cut the corner there. Oh. I was a little faster coming out of that corner, and now I took a bit of a shortcut. There we go. Oh, dang it. I did not want to do that. I didn't have any control over my kart. This thing is so slippery now. I don't know what happened. Alright. Let's at least try and pass this guy on the inside cleanly. Okay, we're fine. Alright, there we go through the chicane. And successful lap number 1. There we go. Oh, that's like that corner. Nice. That was a good corner. I got another sharp left here.
Okay, your teammate's now in 6th position. We are looking good for some championship points.
Alright, that's good. That's good. Good teammate, go. You are much more competent than the Grid Autosport teammates that I've had. I appreciate that greatly. Alright, so nicely done there. Well done. Just gotta make it through the chicane without crashing. Another brake. That should be good. Going wide. Okay. Oh. That was a little bit of lockup. It should be okay. Should be okay. Hate that corner. So sharp. Get the hairpin up here. Took that a little too close. A little bit more smooth of a turn. I'm chopping some of these corners, which is not the best. Okay. Lap time invalidated, but okay. Now we're off-roading. We're playing off-roading go-kart adventure. Oh, I'm gonna take the curb there. You see those tires fly up off the road like that. It's a little scary. Don't want to do that. There we go. So there are some areas that if we really want to get ourselves disqualified, we could take a shortcut, but this isn't Mario Kart, so can't quite do that. There are no blue shells in this game, thankfully. There we go. If there were blue shells, I bet they'd be banned in motor racing. It just seems like a disadvantage. Oh, okay. Oh, that was a good lap, too. Oh, we got one more lap to try and power down, and oh, I guess this lap doesn't matter anyways. Just kind of loose here for some reason. I don't know if it's the different track, just the corners not being, the same as the other tracks. There's a lot of tighter corners here, a lot of faster corners. There's not as many, I guess, hairpins that you go through. It's not like, okay, go around this hairpin, then we go into another hairpin. And those are like the only hairpins on the track. I mean, that's not even really a hairpin. It's more of a hairpin that opens up. But we have these very tight, fast turns. And I guess maybe I'm just used to the other driving style where it's a lot of, hairpins, U-turns, where you have the big long straights into narrow corners. And hey, we won. So that was more of an adventure than I wanted it to be. But the good news is we've probably will by now 15 points. Yeah, we've definitely locked up the championship. Let's go ahead and drop on in here and do ourselves a hey, what are you doing? I'm P1. I'm P2. Get back there. Okay. Just as long as he stays behind me, that's all that matters. Get 8 laps. Oh. Go 8 more laps around here, and then Kart 1 is done. Be able to move on to other things. I have a special video planned for my next one. Because there's an event coming up, not necessarily, as if I can speak properly here. Speak, Nihon, speak. But there is an event coming up this weekend.
P4, we're in a good points position.
Yes, thank you, race manager. But there's a special event coming up this weekend, and I want to celebrate it with a special video. It will be out on Saturday. It won't be career mode, so it'll be a little bit different. Maybe that's a good thing I like about Project Cars. I know some people have kind of crapped on the career mode because there is, besides your progression, there is no actual, there's no incentives to doing well, besides, being able to get some good rides and whatnot. But, you don't unlock cars, you don't unlock cups like you did in Grid or Grid Autosport or Forza. You don't get money. It's just kind of you driving and making your own career. If you remember the first video, we could have started anywhere, but we chose to... okay. That was bad. We chose to start in the Karts just to kind of get our feet wet. We may not be sticking around to do the 250cc karts. I think that may be a bit more karting than I want to do. But there are some other opportunities awaiting us. Perhaps touring cars, perhaps some more open wheel. But we did have the option to kind of just jump to Formula A if we wanted to. So we don't have to stick with, the natural progression of, like you had to in Toka, when it was, okay, you start off in karts, and then you move on to, open wheel, and move on to touring cars, and eventually you get, more and more, you get into endurance racing, and prototypes, and all that good stuff, and I keep hitting those curbs. I need to not hit the curbs on the chicane there, because that's costing me a ton of time, and I keep hitting the wall. But, yeah. I know some people have kind of crapped on that as, being, well, that's not very good. Why should I bother with career mode? Which, valid concern, valid criticism, but, let's see here, as I'm trying to talk and drive at the same time. It's not easy. Not easy at all. But, the lack of that progression in career mode does actually help us out. We can do videos like we're going to do on Saturday, from time to time. We don't have to stick simply to career mode in Project Cars if we don't want to. We can do, you guys are getting bored of it. If, say, I'm getting into, touring cars, and you guys are like, I don't like this. Why don't you do something more exciting? I can go ahead and hop out of career mode and, decide to take stock cars up to Bathurst, or run an old school Formula 1 car around Monza if I want to. there's a lot of options on what we could. Heck, we could even do karting on some of these bigger tracks if we wanted to. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Karts on Monza. I mean, it'd be a really slow lap because it's a huge track and these karts don't go that fast. I'm only going like 70. I can't tell if that's kilometers. I think it's kilometers an hour. So I'm only going about, what is that? 60 kilometers an hour. I'm doing the math in my head. It's only about 3/5. It's 3/5. It's like 40 miles an hour, which is pretty fast. But I don't know. I might be mistaken on the math there. I think it's about 36 to 40 is what we're topping out at miles per hour. So it's not that fast, but fast enough. I mean, if you're driving down the street, at 35 miles an hour and you have to swerve to get around something, it's still pretty hair-raising. I'm 6 seconds ahead, so probably no lapping this time around. And so those are like the last place guys, and we're still way ahead of them. But we're not that far ahead of them that we're going to catch them at the tail end here. We probably would not have caught them regardless. It's a fairly long track. There we go. About half a second slower than my fast lap. There we go. Made it through there once at least unscathed. I'll take that. Almost a fast lap. Probably would have been faster if we hadn't slid like we just did there at the start. That's going to be a good turn. This might be a good lap. This might be a good lap after all. Yep, we're a little bit ahead. And if we can just hit this section. Actually, pretty good turn in. Not so much a good turn out. There we go. Maybe a turn in and the exit's fine. Okay, we're a half second ahead. So it all comes down to hitting these last couple corners just right. And we goofed it up. That will cost us our fast lap.
P3. We're looking good for a podium and some championship points.
Yep, thanks for letting me know that in the last lap, buddy. I appreciate it. But hey, there we go. Continue. Yay. It's all done. It's all done. Kart 1 championship.
You've won your first championship.
Woohoo!
Make sure to check your
inbox. Do contract offers.
Receive new contract offers.
Mm-hmm.
You can also renew your contract with your current team and stay on for another season.
I don't think we'll be doing that. I think we'll be going elsewhere in the karting world. Ooh! Fancy animation! Look at that. Kart 1 champion. Steering wheel and some spark plugs. Are those struts? No, those might be spark plugs. Okay, so we got ourselves a fancy little animation. Turn the career dashboard. We won 9 out of 10 races. Nicely done. Congratulations. Have new mail. Driver network updated. Red Raven Racing. Thunderbolts. Coming over to Racetrack Community. We'd like to extend a warm invitation. Lakeville Focus Challenge is a guest of Thunderbolt. Happens on December 2nd. We'll be honored to race us in the event. So Red Raven says Road Entry Club UK Cup. Event starts on November 9th. Very cool. Oh, let's go back to career mode and see what we got for calendar. So let's skip ahead here to our next thing, Kart Trophy, Glencairn. So we actually have a lot of options now, don't we? We have the Road Entry Club, UK Cup. We have, oh goodness, what do we have? We have all kinds of interesting things here. So a lot of options for our future here. Lakeville Focus Challenge, we can do that. Well, we are pretty well set up to not only go ahead and move away from karting, but move into perhaps touring cars will be the next stop for us. So thank you guys for watching. Listen to that rock music. And as always, I'm NihonTiger. I will see you around the track.